Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So, Nexon have just released the Ingress Lab. What this essentially is a 5-minute showcase of Axion. So let's look at it, break it down, and I'm going to give you guys everything that I've understood from this, and yeah, let's get right on into it. So starting off, they give this little menu home screen type thing that this could possibly be. It's your Descendant sitting there. This is what Freyna does do on the home menu when you do select her. So this is what makes me think that this is potentially a home menu, and they've just like replaced the UI on there. So yeah, this is a pretty cool looking menu. You sit in front of your bike. I think this might be customized towards your actual bike specifically. So yeah, this is like a cool touch. You got a robot running around in the background, so on and so forth. But just in general, this is pretty cool. Next up, they show gameplay of the Axion. And the Axion is as big and as empty as we completely expected it to be, as dead and as desolate as it could be as well. Now, with this, they show the map as well. I'm gonna wait for him to show the map, and I definitely want to talk about this one. And I've also got a few takes of it, because, you know, we all have different opinions. So, this is the map that they show us for the Axion. They show us the bike race over here. The bike race, you can basically do in a specific amount of time, and you can get catalyst from it, or gold, quite a lot of gold, 7 million in total, and 350,000 Kuiper, and even a catalyst, depending on how fast you are. Now, I hope to God this is not a daily, because a catalyst a day like this would be way too much, in my personal opinion. This would like completely delete the farm for catalysts, but this at the same time would also make sense. They did mention that they're going to make catalyst farming faster in the Axion, and if this is a daily mission, this would make sense. I just don't think that it should be. I think a weekly mission would be completely fine. Anything weekly above a week wouldn't really be worth it. A month or season or whatever else would not be worth it in my personal opinion. Is a one-time reward? Okay, got you. Thank you. Thank you, best. Okay, so another thing I want to have a look at real quick is the Colossi. So, as you can see here, we've got a Swampwalker icon over there, and you can see Bossman is moving around. Now, having one Colossi there is fine. One is a little bit less in my opinion. I think that there should be groups of Colossi, like let's say 3 Stunning Beauties running around, or 2 Swampwalkers running head to head, or just in general, I feel like there should be more Colossi. You can see that there's literally only one, and in a space this big, I feel like there should be one there, one there, one there, type of thing. I think there should definitely be more Colossi running around, which is another big thing. Other than that, the menu has also changed over here. This looks to be the Gooning Lounge, something I'm not a massive fan of, but I guess the actual background does look quite cool. It's definitely a vibrant change compared to what we are used to. The Master Rank 30 icon as well has changed as well. I think it looked a million times cooler in the previous iteration of it, but it just means that there's definitely going to be Master Ranks above 29, oh sorry, above 30. So yeah, this actually looks good. Other than that, there's manage vehicles over here on your tabs. So the manage vehicles has been added in. You're going to be able to see the boosts you get from your bike level. So your bike's going to start off at level 0, of course, or level 1 possibly. And for every 2 levels you get, you'll get these substats increased onto your base bike. You can see the acceleration is 3600. Just for reference, Bunny at top speed or Estimo at top speed is 1600. So this is more than 2 times faster than Bunny will be in this game, which I think is solid. And you can also upgrade the acceleration speed, the max speed, and the max speed on boost and the gauge capacity for the boost as well. So this is solid. They've got the Gran Turismo art animations when it comes to the showing the bike. Honestly, I'm a fan of it. I was a massive Gran Turismo player back in the day anyways. But then they show us gameplay of the bike races. Now, with the bike races, you can see stuff in the distance does kind of jerk here and there. But just in general, this is incredibly empty. Seeing even more than one Colossi would be cool, or even just mobs just roaming around, or even just little bits of life and vegetation would make a massive difference. Another thing that they focus on over here is you can see the Swampwalker is over there. The Swampwalker is gaming, he is alive, and then a little bit later, as he gets closer to the Swampwalker, you can see that the Swampwalker just disappears from the planes of reality. I don't know whether he's the Swampwalker, or the Phase Shift Walker, or what he is, but at the same time, I think seeing only one Colossi in this entire time frame is kind of rough, and not seeing a single mob throughout Axion is also rough. It just makes it feel like a big desolate land with like literally nothing inside of it. And don't get me wrong, even if that's exactly what it is intended to be, I feel like there's definitely something missing to make it hit the mark. Whether it's more intensity with the Colossi or whether it's more mobs roaming around and stuff like that, this just feels like an open world for the sake of it being an open world. I'm not hating on the Axion, and I'm still very, very, very much looking forward to it. However, I still feel like this is personally lacking. At the same time, they made some menu UI changes, which is pretty cool. And there you go, you can see that another Swampwalker over there. If we look at the map, the exact frame before they do anything else, you can see that there's a Colossi there, Swampwalker, and then it looks to be a dead bride over there, hiding behind the dimensional breach thing. Also, this dimensional breach thing, I believe, is going to be the wall crasher. It does tell you how long you've got till his operation. Clear the operational area. I think that's going to be do all of the bike things over here to buff your bike resources. Now, even 2 Colossi roaming in this time frame, a third one over there would have been nice, a fourth one down there would have been nice. It would be nice if you can like almost always see Colossi, just because, you know, they're a threat. And despite the fact that we can like one-shot them, I don't think they're going to be very much of a challenge. Now, they didn't show any gameplay of the Colossi, so we don't know if the values of the Colossi are altered in any way, shape or form, or if these Colossi are any stronger than normal Colossi. But I think that we need something else, whether it be actual real in-game mechanics or whether it's anything we need something else, I think. I'm not 1,000,000% sure what it should be, but definitely something else based with the Colossi. An example of this would be, let's make it so that, you know, if you're walking or you're running or you're on a bike throughout the Axion and you go over a certain spot or fly over a certain spot, a Swampwalker bursts out of the floor, knocks you off your bike, and you're forced into a fight with him. That could be an example. Something like that. Other than that, this is a Axiom drop zone. So these resources are going to be what you need to upgrade your bike. High conductivity wire, alloy bearings, insulating nuts, specially treated alloy. I think they're missing the galvanized square steel, but that's just me. I'm a man of insulating nuts, so you know I can respect a little bit of this. And then you can see here, the mobs in hard mode are level 190. What this is they are about mid-level of purge. They're not as high as it can be, but normal hard mode is level 100, I believe, and them being 190 inside of Axion is actually kind of promising. I say it's promising until you fast forward and you have a look at this bike. This is the balance bike, not the fastest but not the slowest, and then you have a look at the gameplay and you realize that these mobs are basically getting 2 phase or 2 explosions nuked by Freyna. Now, based off what they showed in the previous gameplay and what they've shown on the streams, their builds, even in the demo, were definitely not the greatest. They were basically passable in my opinion. And you can see over here that even with their builds that were passable and the fact that these mobs are Order of Truth, they're not even weak to Toxic, just goes to show that I think this is going to be easy. And this man is using a last dagger, and you can see even with the dagger and he's not hitting any weak points, he still absolutely melts in solo. In solo, I would have preferred a little bit more of a challenge, but at the same time, I can understand that and I hope that the scaling in here is going to be significant enough to the point where in a 4-man squad you got to lock in a little bit and you got to use your brain. Now, don't get me wrong, I think a lot of players will be perfectly happy with the difficulty over here because a lot of players will not be able to keep up and they still need to invest and catch up in the game, which is completely okay. But at the same time, I also think that there's definitely something else that needs to be done in terms of difficulty, because if this is the peak of the difficulty that we're going to see, underwhelming. But anyways guys, that's been this quick video on the Axion Ingress Lab review, and I hope you've enjoyed. Please do smash the like button and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.